the link to embed it on Tumblr. That's a thing that's actually been quite good, I think.
I've noticed it's been fairly numbers jump up quite a lot when it goes through.
Yeah, it does. Sorry if you hear me typing away. I'm just
That's alright, take your
adding
time.
things. How's your week been otherwise? Nice that the migraines kind of cleared up.
Yeah, well, apart from the weather, it's been grand. It's just whenever the weather hits me, it's just an instant migraine from the weather shift that happens.
Yeah.
I do better when I'm at sea level, and
Right,
we're
okay.
much higher up here than we would be in Scotland, and that seems to really affect my migraine frequency, which is just another reason to come home, to be honest.
That's a pain. Looks like looks like Emmanuel Macron is about to win the French elections. Better him than Marine Le Pen, but
Yeah,
kind of which shit smells the least.
pretty much.
I keep on going to type the bibliosphere on Twitter and then I go, hang on.
I just had to confuse things by using my actual author name for
That's
Twitter.
that's fine. Right, okay, moment of truth. Hi Tundra, welcome. Let's see if the frame rate dies on its arse or not. Now that I've hit stream, it's going to be like, you know what, I'm going to throw you a curveball. And we're off to a really good start. The game thinks it's running, but it isn't.
Fantastic. Gotta love Sky UI sometimes.
Couldn't have asked for a better... Let's see that slideshow, exactly. You're getting a frame by frame Skyrim experience today. Right, okay, let's see where we get to. I wish I'd recorded it because I was running around Whiterun of all places with like crisp 60 FPS, and like when I was moving it, OBS was tracking my like almost perfectly. It was all smooth. Even it displayed my FPS counter as well in the top left, and it was like 60, occasionally dipped to 59. But that's kind of what you're after.
Roughly what I get when I'm playing heavily modded Skyrim. And then when you do start streaming, it does tend to dip quite a fair bit. But last week was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was. Some might say dicey. Right, let's see. We were at the Ragged Flagon. Hey, Christy, how you doing? Right, let's see.
You can really see that Tumblr view kicking in with the number count at the bottom. 110 people.
Holy
Hello!
shit! That means that there's a lot of performance. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully you can see Skyrim popping up. Okay. Okay.
I can indeed see it.
Okay, this is me moving my mouse very well, not super slowly, but I'm gonna do figure of eights. And for some reason my controller's not working. Great. Ah.
It's the Sunday stream. It's just
It is troubleshooting extraordinaire. And I'm glad that everyone in the stream knows not to comment whenever I shave. It's fine. It's short and it, to be honest, it's more just to get out of my fucking road. It was really annoying me.
to get you for the summer. You're getting your summer tan and everything else.
There's only so many bits of rice that I can catch, and it just becomes a pain in the arse. Okay, how's that looking for people? We're dancing around this at the moment. You weren't typing a reaction. That's good.
It looks better than last week.
It
It
does.
definitely does slow down,
Yeah.
but it does look better than last week. I will say
Yeah.
that.
Okay, we'll see how far we can get, and although I am now outside, I'm seeing that we're getting like 32, 27, 35. That's why must you do this to me, game? You piece of shit. How's that?
Honestly, it's much better than last week when you were getting about 9 or 11.
Yeah, that's very fair. And we do have an ego now, so it's fine. We're all good. It just means that we're probably never gonna do anything in cities in this game. We're gonna spend all of our time in like wee dungeons where it's not super intensive. Now, I'm not sure if it would help anymore, but obviously I could like change the quality of the game as well. Obviously when it comes to mods, normally like I mean my graphics card can run this on ultra no problem. It's just becomes a wee bit annoying when you're also adding that extra bit of modding to it. Right, let's go and take care of business. We decided last stream that we were joining the Thieves Guild. Because naturally, as a cat, you've kind of got to do that.
And or assassin.
Yes. A thieving assassin. Right, let's see. Bercy Honeyhand. I have a message from Brynjolf.
What? Oh, it's one of you people.
You people?
So Brynjolf doesn't
What the
even
fuck
know
do you
what
mean,
it
you
is
people?
anymore, eh?
Is it because I'm a Khajiit?
What's this message?
Nothing at all to do with the Thieves Guild.
Nothing to do with these guys. That fucker just made fun of me because I'm a Khajiit. Simple. You don't pay, bad things happen. This is basically the equivalent of when Phelan wants streamies and he's on the kitchen counter and he's like, I'm gonna knock shit off.
And you can't. Don't fool yourself.
Just slowly edging your paw out until you knock the Nord helmet off the side of the counter.
Oh, what's that? Oh. Oh no, I punched him. Oh fuck! Okay, no, Inigo, I didn't mean kill him. Oh no. We are loading that save. Inigo got way too excited there. It was like, right, you know what?
So can I interest you
Right,
in
okay,
anything?
but yeah, message from Brynjolf. We get this.
Pet, you demand payment.
Right, okay, so I've had enough of this.
Now I have a lot to do, so I'm afraid you'll just have to leave.
Oh, I will I?
If I had it, I'd pay. There's no need to do that.
I'm gonna punch your fucking
What are you doing that for?
ornaments to bits.
This place looks friendly enough. Maybe we should put our weapons away.
That's priceless.
That man
Inigo
looks
having
like...
no,
Sorry, that
Inigo
man...
having no awareness of like what's going on. This looks friendly.
Is it? Yeah, we're fine in here. You want me to break anything else? I get it. I'll pay on time from now on. Just don't smash anything else.
Take your gold and leave me in peace.
Sorted.
Price for those gems.
Oh, thanks, Inigo. I like how we're only level 3 and we're already like cutting about and doing Thieves Guild stuff. We also, as part of this stream, we are a unarmed build only, which is going to be a disaster when we're like punching dragons and stuff like that. Exactly, Bibliomoro.
Heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence.
Wait, what?
It's
Does this always happen?
The signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your conduct.
I've seen this before.
Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids and embrace the teachings of the hand.
Oh god, why would you want to go and try and convert people in a pub? It's like, mate.
I mean, teetotalers used to do it all the time in Scotland.
Yeah, true.
These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Oh, that's right. Do you want me to go into Discord and let people know you're streaming?
Oh,
To use them as an excuse to
I'll... Oops.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove
Sorry, I was too busy focusing on trying to do the embedding on Tumblr. Tumblr desktop's a completely different world. It's a world of lawlessness, so...
You just post a link and it does it automatically, doesn't it?
blessings of Mara upon you.
Yeah, but I don't use Tumblr desktop ever. That's not the point, Joy. It's the iOS app is superior.
That's a lie right there.
Hey, look, the iOS app is purely maintained for me and me alone. Right, where did that other guy go? Where's the other? Was it another Khajiit? No, it's the. Is it Talon?
The
Jay?
Harmonian.
There he is.
With the rumors going around about how poorly your guild's been doing, she's become.
You go away for a week and come back to using desktop Tumblr. I know, right? It's just, it's wild. It's a lawless land, let me tell you.
I'm only telling you this because I care for her. Don't mistake this as acceptance for what you do. Kirava has some family at a farm just inside of Marley. If you mention you know about it,
Can I just say, like, I don't think, like, I think the Thieves Guild,
I couldn't bear the thought.
they could have made the Thieves Guild a wee bit better by allowing you, like, choice of how to go about doing things. Because threatening threatening someone's family, like, oh yeah, I'll find your family over the border and fucking kill them all if you don't pay up. Seems a bit steep.
I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. You look like you thank you.
Here for a room or something to drink? Show me some.
Hey, Kariva. I promise you that is not a boob mod I've got on. I promise you. That's just the base.
That's just Skyrim.
That's just base Argonian boobs. Maybe I should visit that farm in Morrowind, he says ominously.
How could you possibly know about... Please, my family means too much to me. Don't hurt them. Very well. Here, take this
I don't feel really good about myself after that.
from me.
So for anyone who's joining for the first time this stream, it's probably worth saying that the
You're
reason
not
why
supposed to.
I already paid you.
What? You're not supposed to hurt our family. Yeah.
Feel good about yourself.
Oh, right, okay. Good thing is I never feel good about myself. The reason why we're playing as a Khajiit, for those of you who have just joined and wondering if there's any particular reason, it's actually modelled after one of my cats. So this is the Fuelin playthrough. Fuelin being the name of my cat. As Tundra has put in the emote in chat there. And I suppose it's worth saying for anyone who maybe has a wee bit of an issue with looking at animated emotes, you can toggle them off in your own settings. I'm just going to be saying this until the end of time now. But yeah, if you go into the wee cog at the bottom of chat, you'll be able to toggle your settings, so it'll just show you like a static image of it. Boom. Right, where's Brenial? There you are.
Have anything for us yet?
I have Bercy's payment.
Wasn't sure that he'd
Oh wait, shit, I forgot to get one of them. Fuck.
explained it to you.
What an idiot. What an idiot child I am. I got too excited.
The inn lady.
Yeah. The one that's just like, oh, I've heard that you've been going around threatening a bunch of people. Here's the money. The threat of having threatened other people. Just remembered you can also sprint in this game.
One thing I did like about the Thieves Guild is that they got Stephen Russell to voice one of the main actors, and he's the voice actor for the original Thief series.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. I'm not sure if playing it in third person is worse or not. From a frame rate perspective, maybe. It's trying to deal with all the limbs on the screen as well. In character for Whalen, incredibly.
First person's less choppy for me.
Yeah. We'll play it first person.
I trust you're not planning any trouble.
Yeah, the Whalen has like one single brain cell that bounces around his little head.
I know who you are. You've been terrorizing the entire city.
That's right, we're terrorists.
Messages Message understood.
I sometimes call foiling a terrorist.
Reminds me of autumn at home.
Look, I got the message. What else did you want?
Cool. Now we can return to Brynjolf with all of our goods. So what you been up to this week, Joy? Last week you'd been looking at audiobooks.
Tell about it.
Still doing the same. Still trying to get that finished. It takes up a lot more time than people would think.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, like, when I've done like my YouTube videos and I've been getting like the actual audio files mastered and like in that kind of perfect stage and ready for publishing. Like sometimes it's retakes of lines, sometimes it's like slight retweaking of like the actual like the line itself. You know, if there's any background noise, you can put like a dampener kind of thing on it. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. I'm very, very aware of the pain.
Yeah, for me it's more making sure the accents stay consistent, because there's times when some of the characters kind of bleed into each other. So I have to listen very, very carefully, and thankfully I've got some good proofreaders who are able to go, yep, that Nathan sounds too much like his father, or it tends to be
That
Nathan and his uncle or Nathan and his father sound very similar, which is Kate doing her best to do a northern accent is what that is. So
no, that's really interesting actually, like, because it's probably it's probably a thing that you only get with audiobooks actually. Like, I can't, you probably don't have like actors doing accents. Normally they're just playing the one person. If it's one person narrating the entire thing, that's interesting. I really hadn't even considered that. And yes, for everyone asking, yes, I trimmed my beard. It was getting fucking annoying. I kind of I don't regret it. It's more just once it's grown in a wee bit, it'll be at a good length. It was just too long, and I would prefer to start anew. Also, there's the added benefit of when you do shave it this kind of short, you actually have the ability to like proper exfoliate and all the rest of it. Get a good chance to do my skincare. Just have to watch out because it reveals like the several chins underneath. The beards are only good for hiding that.
Our new recruit.
And this is who Stephen Russell voice acted. He voice acted Mercer. He also did a bunch of like the guards and also a bunch of the innkeepers. But yeah, they made him the head of the Thieves Guild for this.
You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. What
That's
you
cool.
say, when
The only thing I don't like about the Thieves Guild in Skyrim is I generally thought that the Thieves Guild of Oblivion was more interesting.
It was.
But then again, I think that nearly all of the guilds in Oblivion are more interesting.
good, then I think it's time
There was a lot of things where Skyrim is basically more of a dungeon crawler, whereas Oblivion's a bit more of a... There's more story in Oblivion, I think.
Aye.
claim this recruit possesses an aptitude.
Did you ever play Fallout 4, Joy?
So let him prove
I did not. I still have it loaded, but I don't play it often. It gets modded to the guilds, and that's the only way I play it.
however the owner
Yeah, the base game is,
hands and shut us out.
yeah,
Not fantastic.
it is not.
Brynjolf,
It's, for some reason, I think they put way more of a slant on the settlement building stuff in Fallout 4, but like, they almost put way too much of the marketing and DLC effort on that, when the reality was the game wasn't made with that in mind. So you had just a lot of attention given to a kind of janky mechanic.
Yeah.
Because I
And it
hated the
sucks
settlement
too, 'cause
building.
I love settlement building. I just don't love it in Fallout 4.
Well, no, that's exactly where I'm coming from. I think it was just it was just crap. It was the fact you couldn't you didn't feel like you were actually building something good. Okay, how do I destroy the beehives?
Besides,
Burn them.
I'll give you one. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar metering, which would cut into it.
Okay, it's actually really hard to take Inigo on any sort of stealth mission. Until
It's
you're
hard, yeah.
until
It's hard
you're
until you get him trained.
aye, until you're good at stealth yourself, it's like really, really difficult. Oh, the stars aligned for me, so I'm getting a new tattoo in like 2 weeks. It's been
Oh, very good.
it's been it's been booked since 2020. As it like booked and paid for and everything, and it was just like, oh yeah, well, like they didn't want to refund me because they intended on getting the guy back as a guest whenever they could, and obviously COVID threw a spanner in the works, so it was like, oh yeah, you'll get your tattoo, it's just see in a couple of years when COVID's like stopped. And yeah, it's been a long wait, but I'm there now, so I'm gonna get that done. But I was able to align it with I'm spending a full day in Edinburgh. I've got a full day booked in to actually get the tattoo done, but I'm also getting to squeeze in a haircut early in the morning. A haircut.
Proper self-care day then.
Yeah, I know. All I need to do is fit in like some sort of spa treatment, and then I'm good. Oh yes, we now have Thieves Guild gear. We're gonna look the business. None of this fur armor shenanigans now. Hey, if that is literally my cat. My cat wears that.
All eyes are on
Very much looking the part now. But yeah, it's I've sat through long tattoo sessions before, but this one is like, it's an all day thing. A neck tattoo with "I for Scotland" written across. No, no, not yet. I did say actually. I think there's I think it was during one of. I think it might have been during the Hollow Knight stream, but I did say if I for Scotland ever got big, and by big I mean like arguably my following on Tumblr is big, but I was thinking like if YouTube and stuff ever got big, I would get I for Scotland tattooed on me somewhere. I'd get the full on logo tattooed like on my arse or something like that. I would get arse for Scotland tattooed on my arse.
I'm glad you said that, not me, because I was also thinking that.
Everyone was like, yep. But nah, that's I think that's what I would do, because at the end of the day, it's just a good laugh. Something my kids will ask me about one day. Hopefully not, actually. That'd be weird, especially if it was on Mars. So here's a question, Joy. Is this from a mod or not?
The tower.
Yeah.
No, that's originally there in
Oh, right,
Riften.
so the 3 towers here that are completely unmanned because, you know, who needs guards?
They are part of a quest later on, that's why they're there.
Ah, okay. That's fair. To be honest, there was a brief time that we actually had I for Scotland t-shirts, and they were really, really cool, and I was super like chuffed with them. But the downside was, it was like, it wasn't Redbubble, it was like Redbubble adjacent, and the issue that we ran into was lack of consistency in the printing, but like in a really bad way. So like, originally it was just supposed to be, you know, the kind of t-shirts that have the logo in a kind of like top left, top left like breast pocket kind of thing. It didn't have like a pocket, it just had the logo like in the kind of top left. Because it had the logo there and it said I for Scotland, and it was quite cool, and like quite a lot of folk went and got them. But again, it was like sometimes the logo was actually more like round the sleeve, or like under the sleeve. Just the positioning was like really, really off, and like I remember people contacting me about it, and I just had to shut the entire thing down because it was like I can't chase up Redbubble because they're, or whatever it was. I don't want to say that Redbubble's bad because I don't think it was Redbubble, but the type of company it was were just slow when it came to anything.
There's a lot of quality control issues with certain things like that, though. I mean, I've had to look into various things because people keep asking me for Fangs merch.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It is a nightmare
Yeah.
trying to assure quality control for things. I'm having a hard enough time as it is getting a publisher to do quality control. I've had to outsource my hardback printing to the UK.
Jeez.
But it's getting like t-shirts and things like that. It's, you know, you're looking for, I'm trying to be like size inclusive for all my stuff because a lot of places are like, yep, do great quality, but their sizes stop at large.
Oh, great. That's useful.
And it's like, right, well, that's not what I want. I want to do this. And it's going, well, okay, well, then this is coming from this place, or it's coming from here, and it's, one of them was a Redbubble. Redbubble adjacent is a good word for them. And it was basically all just coming out as like everything was wonky, or the dye run, so the black t-shirt goes grey after 2 washes.
Yeah.
And you're going, that's not what I'm paying for. That's not good.
For ABBA, as in, I mean, there's only really one ABBA, but yes, I like ABBA. So I just saw that comment there. Yes, I like ABBA. I don't know many people who dislike ABBA. But yeah, like the t-shirt thing, I would totally. I was looking up. I think Stream Elements actually allow you to create your own merchandise, and they offer like an intricate thing. So like while you're streaming, there's a plugin where you can be like, user just bought a t-shirt, and you can have that as like a custom alert and stuff. I always like the idea of having like I for Scotland socks. I think people would kill for I for Scotland socks. At least I would. But again, it's
the whole merch pipeline is, I want this.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want this. I'm gonna do this, and then it's like, oh, I should do it for everybody else too.
Yeah, I think that's one thing. I would create a bunch of I for Scotland merch for myself. Oh, who's this? Oh, it's a bouncer. A bouncer?
Oh, this is the wolf betting place.
Oh, so why did?
It's supposed to be a secret. It's like a skooma den or something.
Oh. The sad thing, I hate that you can't free wolves in here, or like wolves are like evil by default.
You can, once you get the calming spell, you can use calming and set them free. That's what I do.
That's fair.
Ivor branded cotton undies.
This place seems to have its fair share of suicidal dimwits.
Oh, Indigo.
Indigo just pounced there, just appeared. That guy just clipped through. There he is. I thought he clipped through the floor for a second.
Oh boy. Wait, how are all of like these? It genuinely feels like these people should be, like friendly.
You stumbled into their gambling den, so they're not happy.
But it's just weird killing like an NPC called Barkeep. That's like it's not. Ah, fuck it. Who cares? Butcher? Oh, you horrible little bastard. Oh no, he's actually a unit. Holy shit. Oh wait, hold on. I'll level up. I'll level up and then I'll be safe. We're gonna get more health. We do, however, need to look up what... Did we found a thing where... Increases unarmed damage by 5%. There we go. But it requires 2 free hands, which we don't have because we have the spell equipped shit. How do we... How do I unequip the spell?
Magic.
Yeah, I'm in that. It only gives me the option of equipping it in one hand. Or both hands. How odd.
Wasn't it? For mine, I know my key binding is F to get rid of it.
Oh. No, it doesn't let me do that. How odd. Okay, so... Wait, so I'm not gonna get the benefits of...
Let me ask Google quickly.
Yeah, just on Xbox control, how to like do it, because...
That was hairy.
You're hairy, you're a cat. I mean, I suppose one thing I could do is maybe equip like a two-handed weapon and then unequip it. But even no, that keeps it. This is Skyrim, many arts of them. The skill tree is it's all to do with like constellations. So a wee bit sci-fi, but oof, look at that. That nearly got us. Boom. Oh no, skooma. We don't want skooma. We don't do skooma in this house. We only do catnip.
I can only find how to equip spells.
Great, that's... How odd.
I guess if you press, it says if you press L1 or R1, it'll auto change whatever you're doing. But I'm guessing you did that.
Yeah, like all it does is it equips it in both. I can have it in both, or I can have it in one. I can't unequip it. I can equip a warhammer, but when I unequip it, it immediately gives me the spell back again, which is dumb.
That's weird. I've never had that with my PC one.
Oh wait, hold on.
There you go.
There we go. Holy shit, that was way too complicated. Right, right, chat. I'm gonna ask you a difficult moral question. These wolves will attack us the moment we open these doors. Do we 1. Leave them there? 2. Put them out their misery when they eventually attack us? What would you do in this situation, Joy? What's your...
I tend to let them out and then run. If I don't have calming, I let them out and run so that I don't have to kill them.
Oh, Inigo's already fucking killed both of them, I imagine. Come on, Inigo! We're leaving! Nope, we're not leaving. Oh, God. So, at least our hands are clean.
Just Inigo. Inigo's got a thirst for blood that he needs to quench.
See, I've been calling him Inigo because I think all I can think about is the Princess Bride.
Yeah. Inigo Montoya.
Yeah.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
I cannot believe that is thingy. Oh, what's his name? Is it Patinkin? The actor's name.
I wish you hadn't asked me that because it went right out of my head as soon as you said it.
Is a Mandy Patinkin?
Yeah.
Is it Patinkin? Yeah. I like how we all took a stab at trying to say his name. Who's fighting here? Oh, it's the Legion and the old Stormcloaks. Hello there. We've not sided with either yet, but I think people did say we should do Stormcloaks.
Well, especially because you've got that mod that makes them less racist.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a hollymop. There's a hollymop doing zoomies.
Doing zoomies. Oh boy.
Doing zoomies. Mothman's just back from the grocery run, so she's all excited because her dad's home.
Oh, the excitement.
She thought she'd been abandoned forever with me, which is a fate worse than death, so...
I do love that. The moment one person leaves, it's like they have abandoned my entire life is now changed, gone forever. Look at that sky, though. I think that's one thing that everyone always loved about the other series. Look how good the sky and this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mod as well, and it just it's stunning. This is what we could have, but instead we've got light pollution. Well done, everyone.
For anyone unaware, Holly Mop is my Shih Tzu. Just in case your eyes fall over and not mine.
God, that would be a weird one, wouldn't it? People being introduced to you as opposed to you just your
Do you
people
know,
to me.
there's been quite a few people. I've had quite a few people that have messaged me going, I didn't even know you were Scottish. And I'm going, yeah. I just happen to live over here.
Oh no. Oh my god, what the fuck? Ah! What in the fucking hell?
It's really funny because I hear you screaming before it happens on screen. So there was a delay before I saw what was happening to you and just werewolves.
What? I have never had werewolves out in the open like that. Honestly, the furries, man, what they're like.
Bold as brass in this game.
Yeah, revenge for the wolves. Yeah, that's fair. That tracks.
That was their cousin.
You know one thing? Aren't I? Wait, what? Aren't I also a furry? Who, according to who?
You're a Khajiit.
Oh right. Okay, in game. Yeah.
Getting a little defensive there, right?
Hang on a second. I have. I
The
take
streamer
issue
does
with
protest too much.
Yeah, but like. Yeah, but no, I'm. There's different. I'm not a cat man. I am playing a cat. That is a very different thing.
I
Right?
like how we all resisted the urge to call you a cat boy because clearly you were a cat man.
Oh. 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 What's gonna happen actually is I'm gonna appear in the next stream and I'm just gonna I'm gradually bit by bit I'm gonna add whiskers and I'm gonna get the cat boy ears and I'm just gonna gradually become over time, and by the end of end of season 1 of this playthrough we're gonna have me as a full on fucking cat with cat face paint.
But will it be? Oh no, it'll be like one of
No.
the nightmare cats. It won't be like an actual cat. It'll be the human monstrosities that was the Cats movie.
yeah, exactly. Also, someone just mentioned turning up in a full fursuit. Thanks, Soren J. That's painful.
That's an expensive thing to do.
I don't.
Furries have a disposable amount of income that I can only aspire to have.
Hey, just become a furry artist and you're flying, you know.
I already catered to that. I already have a large furry following with the werewolves. I'm quite happy
Class.
with that. So it was one of the weird things when I first started talking about writing werewolf romances. People were like, "Hope you're ready for the furries," and I'm like, "Yes, please help me pay my bills." Furries welcome here, please. You are a wonderful community. They're really a supportive community. That's the thing. I never understood why they got so much flack. They're such a supportive community for creative people and just in general.
My favorite thing about whenever I see furry, I don't know any furries as far as I'm aware, personally or in my daily life. I don't encounter them that much, but whenever I see them online, it's always my mum was just walking about and she saw people dressed as the Easter rabbit, obviously for Easter, and it's always a photo of guys in fursuits.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant. No, they always seem friendly. Oh right, okay. I mean, I know that I was turned into a Highland cow for during that charity stream. I was the Island Cow. Did you get it? Did you get it? And that's actually one of our emotes. If you subscribe, you get access to the Island Cow emote, which is based off of I'm guessing my persona. I indeed have a persona.
I got given
And if you subscribe, you get to access it too.
For that stream, I was made into an Arctic fox, and I got I forget who drew it. I feel terrible because I always want to look them up and thank them for it. But it was a portrait they did of myself as an Arctic fox with Mothman, and it was the cutest thing you've ever seen. It was so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was actually made to look handsome as a Highland cow, which is is a new one. Oh fuck! Why is it? What the fuck is going? Why do all the? I'm one of you. Why do y'all hate me?
Well, so you're a cat, they're a dog, and that's also a mammoth, and mammoths hate everyone.
That's true. Mammoths do hate everyone.
You may need to tweak Inigo's settings because he may be on auto attack for any hostile, so he could be running around triggering everyone.
No, and he's not. He's a good boy.
No.
I'm just why. I feel like this mammoth's going at like 4 times the speed. Got the fastest mammoth going.
The deer's like, fuck that, I'm leaving.
I am out of here. Oh, Tundra, you know just how to bam me up. And unfortunately, we started more I for Scotland first name discourse in Tumblr. That's kind of been my
That's been your week. I've been watching it happen and resisting the urge to comment.
And sorry, just on that point, yeah, Mary Black joined the Hollow Knight stream just as we were talking about personas, and like she was quiet for like a couple of seconds and was like, I think I'd be a dog. we were all like, we were all like, right, Mary Black's joined. We're gonna have to like make it professional, guys. Make it professional. And nah, Mary got stuck right in. She was brilliant.
I really like she was talking about how she goes for a stroll in Red for Dead. It's the same thing as getting out and about. And I'm going, yes, that is exactly the same thing I do.
Yeah. It's nice to go for a stroll in like a nice place. Nice Hawk, bro. Thank you very much for the lovely comment on my hair. I'm glad you like it. The hair flick is something that a lot of people like, I think. It was a golden retriever. Wait, is that a mud? How is this mammoth still following me? Oh my god, I'm being chased across the whole of Skyrim.
You should go inside a city and it'll stop following you.
Yeah.
Or just break into someone's house.
I think it's actually stopped now. Haha, your pathfinding can't keep up with me. You can jump.
Neither can Inigo's, unfortunately.
I have no idea where Inigo is. And I don't
catch up with you.
I don't even have the thing yet that allows me to view his quest marker. So, another thing that I've been doing recently was I've been playing Stardew Valley. Have you heard of Stardew Valley, Joy? I'm sure everyone has.
You know, I've heard it in passing. Oh,
ah, okay.
It's not as if my husband played it for 2 years straight during the pandemic.
Okay. Right, that's fine. So, yeah, I've been playing a wee bit of Stardew Valley, and I've tried to do it several times, and I've always kind of bounced off it after a certain point, because like I'm one of those folk who when I start Stardew, I go straight into the mines, and the idea is to go like all the way down to the bottom of the mine, and reap the rewards. But then I get to there and I'm like, oh shit, I now need to like focus on another skill, or like I need to try and do more of the bundles for the town hall. And today actually was the first day that I've ever managed to get to autumn, or as some of the Americans viewing call it, fall. But yeah, that's the there's Inigo. But yeah, I got to autumn for the first time, and I was given this task. They put up this special board outside the mayor's place, and the first one was to like fish like loads and get tons of albacore fish, and it said, look, there's a massive overpopulation of this fish. We need to like clear out some of it. Can you like fish as much as possible? So I was like, yeah, sure, that'll be easy. So I'm not bad at fishing in the game. I get the fishing mini game. It's not too bad, but then for a fish that's apparently overpopulating, there is none of that fish around anywhere, and I know that I'm fishing in the right location, but yeah, there's just like none of it. I just keep on fishing sardines. It does my fucking head in. Sorry.
I have a controversial take. I don't like Stardew Valley. I cannot get into it for love nor money. I'm a wee bit the same with Animal Crossing. I do enjoy it, but I can only play it for a bit. Like, there was none of the playing it on constant during the pandemic, which a lot of people were doing. I was playing a lot of other things, but I just, for whatever reason, those games don't click with me very well.
So, you know what? I've had Stardew Valley in my Steam library, and I think I realised the problem with it, and I think it's to do with how little general guidance you get at the start of the game. But like when I say it's not like an explore everything. It's completely overwhelming because absolutely everything is open to you, and it is kind of frustrating. Like I've run into like I can only do it in small bursts because like there comes a point where it's like I'm now just waiting on crops to grow and I can't really be bothered.
There's some games where I'm fine with that, but for whatever reason it just doesn't mesh with my brain.
Yeah.
There's been games when I've cheerfully waited for crops to grow and I've been fine cutting about. I mean, Medieval Dynasty is one of them. I cut about quite fine. I wait for the crop seasons for all that and everything else, and I'm fine with that. But there's a million other things I can do with it. Whereas with Stardew Valley, I feel as if I don't have enough to do. Which is silly because there is always stuff doing, it just doesn't spark my interest. So I'm one of those people that's... I think it's, I think it's part of my ADHD. It has to be a very specific thing that gets me.
Yeah.
No, and for whatever reason, it doesn't ping me.
That's absolutely fair. It was actually born out of me playing it was kind of born out of I don't really know what to play at the moment, because I'm desperate to get back to Elden Ring, but I think I'm gonna need to I'm gonna have to start a new game again because from what I've heard, there's been quite a lot of fixes that have changed the way the game kind of works. And there's like different metas and stuff like that now, so I'm waiting until they've got all their shit together, and then I'll play it.
Just fair. I mean, I downloaded Elden Ring and played it briefly, and I kept getting my ass handed me constantly, and I'm going, this is not a game for me. This is not a game that is meant for me. And I've seen people bitching about the stuff that was changed because it completely altered their playstyle.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing is, like, I think I'm okay when I'm, like, encouraged by the game itself, but I think there becomes a wee bit, like, for example, Dark Souls, I've always kind of went, like, two-handed melee build, right? That's been my default. Because I like doing the, like, understanding how the enemy actually attacks and, like, rolling out the way and doing all that kind of groovy stuff. But then you kind of encounter a wee bit of a problem with with Elden Ring, where it's like I think it's very tailored towards like magic users. Like as in there's some like I've watched playthroughs of like completely different builds than mine, fighting an enemy, and they've been able to like one hit kill them, or like people who've maybe been like specialized in like bleed weaponry, just being able to like basically walk through bosses that I spent a long time on, and I'm just starting to think that there's a point where obviously you can learn a boss's strategy flawlessly, but like if there's easier wins out there, I feel like I've just leveled completely wrong. You've got a friend who's running wage and they're getting fucked up. That's fair. Also, you're gonna get weird frame rate dips here just on the basis that there's like massive battles kind of going on.
Random armies spawning in.
Yeah. I'm a wee bit anxious to start a fight here. Nope, glad I didn't punch that guy, because that's all the Legion. And yeah, we're just, yeah, bystanders, don't know what we're doing, we're just, yep. Don't mind
Just
me.
walking through.
Two Majit, one of which is purple. All's good here. But nah, I think I'll have a wee look at Elden Ring once it's actually settled down on the update front, because I think they've tried to fix choppy frame rates. One of the amazing things that I saw was there was a like a glitch in the game where there was dogs that could do bleed damage, but there was a problem with the hitboxes. So if the dog walked into you, there was nothing in the algorithm that made the game know that your character had been hit. So what just happened was the game was just allowing you to be hit whenever you were within the hitbox of the dog. So a dog would perform its attack, and if you were anywhere within the hitbox, it would just keep hitting you. There was nothing stopping your character. Normally your character would be hit and then it would give you some invincibility frames because it recognises that the dog went to bite you and that bite made contact. Whereas if you just walked into the vicinity of this dog, it was just you were constantly getting hit. So they tried to fix it, and they did fix the dog, but instead they passed on the glitch to the main character's bleed weaponry. So now if you were to hit it, you were like one-shotting bosses with like the bleeding samurai swords or whatever it was.
Fantastic.
I know, flawless. I do like that kind of the fun bits of gameplay like that. Soren G, you're asking if I'm brown-haired. I'm not really. I'm blonde by trade. I'm a blonde boy, and it has gotten darker as I've aged, and eventually it will go grey, and or fall out. I'm kind of hoping that there does come a point where I get the if I get the silver fox goals, that would be amazing. If I get to be Silver Foxy, I'll be happy.
I mean, same, to be honest.
Yeah, it's the best. Like, if I saw a guy today when we were out on a walk, and he must have been like that kind of like 50s, 60s, but he was going grey, going silver, and he just had this like big silver beard, and I was like, see if I get that, I'll be happy. So that's my one goal in life now. That I just need to be like impressively grey. Oh my god! What is it with bandits, man?
Just chasing you down.
I know. It's all because of my Khajiit. Also, Inigo is nowhere to be seen. We're fine. You're excited for your hair to go grey so you can dye it fun colours without bleaching it. That's fair. I remember back in my emo days at high school, there was a concentrated effort to see if I would dye my hair black by some of the people in my year, and I was like, I'm not dyeing my hair black. I would look ghostly. Which, to be fair, is very on brand for a lot of emo kids, but conflict at Robbers Gorge. Yeah. Robbers Gorge. We're actually on a quest to go to Solitude at the moment. So I didn't consult any of you on that, but I was like, let's see if we can walk to Solitude. It's not something I normally do in game, to be honest. There's a lot of bandits here.
I was replaying Elder Scrolls Online the other day for the first time in about a year.
How's that?
I actually really enjoy it.
Oh,
It's one of the few multiplayer games that I actually enjoy. Yeah, I forgot where I let off. I started playing at the start of the pandemic, and then I forgot about it for a while. And I forgot I was doing the vampire quest, and I loaded in, and just immediately I was just someone's dinner. Like, well, there we go. So now I feel like I have to start that character over again, even though I'm like level 50.
Oh, that's a pain. What in the fuck is
Yeah.
going on here? I'm sorry. Why is there a million Thalmor Justicars after me? What the fuck did I do? Did I punch one by accident, maybe?
You might have punched their prisoner who looked like a bandit.
Ah, that's unfair. Well, apparently they can't cross rivers, so I've got that going for me. Also, where is Inigo? I do like that the moment they encounter a river, it's like, ah, fuck, we lost him. Yeah, that's right, this cat can swim.
We weren't banking on that. We thought he'd run away.
In fairness, Phelan actually does like water, but I think he likes the idea of water more than he likes water itself. He loves drinking water. He knows that that's good, but he's not a huge fan of being in it. He likes to paw at the shower door to get access to the water, but he never actually goes into the shower himself. Thalmor are all vampires confirmed, can't cross running water. Is that a
That's a
normal
vampire
thing?
myth, yeah.
That is a vampire myth, okay.
That's why they used to bury suspected vampires on islands, because then they could never escape.
Ah. That makes sense.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Also, I think that's from a mod, isn't it? He's got like a funky cape with the...
That's the Cloaked of Skyrim. I told you
that's...
about.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
It gives them all individual capes and stuff to do with their faction. And then you'll randomly find your own faction capes lying around the place, as well as historical ones, which are pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Right, there is our Fortress of Solitude.
But
Yeah, I know, that was... It was fine. That was a fine joke, but I feel it was, you know... I expect at least 10 of you eye-rolled at that. Oh, we've got a mud crab. Let's beat it to death with our fists. Oh, it makes quite a sad wee noise when you kill it, actually.
one of my favourite mods for mud crabs was them yelling, "You came to the wrong neighbourhood," and they just chase you down. Or there's also the one where you give them the Zoidberg, the whoop 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 sound.
Oh, that seems fun. I did also see there's one
Yeah.
where you can give them all top hats.
Yes, I had that one as well.
I think it's called Posh Mud Crabs or something. Which, you know, it's fine. Oh. Bye. So here's a thing that I've kind of learned to hate, is a particular genre that I really don't like, actually, and it's not so much a genre as it is like a world setting, but I saw there was it was on sale on Steam. It's called Greedfall. Have you seen that, Joy?
I own Greedfall.
Right. I really dislike that world setting where it's like, it's obviously all modelled after like Europe going to America, like early days.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't like it because it's always posh noble go over to
Solve
to
the problems of the
solve
natives.
to solve problems and to set up the city, and then there's always a native faction, and I really don't like it. Like it's a particular time period that I really don't like when it's like gamified at all.
Yeah, it's a very colonialist thing.
Yeah.
Especially when you're gamifying it and you're gamifying the fact that you're setting up a colony in another place.
Yeah. And it's never done well. I feel like there's a lot that you can kind of get out of it, but like there's a lot of interesting scenarios, but they're always like so surface level. Like, oh,
I don't know how far you got. Did you play it or did you just quit or?
I got to the point where I got to the port, and then I was like, I actually fucking hate this.
I got a little bit further along than that, and it's kind of hinted that you are actually a native of that region yourself. But I ended up stopped playing at a certain point because my save was not working, so I didn't ever go back to it. But I think the way they were trying to make it okay that you were returning there is that actually you were a bastard and your father was actually one of the natives.
Yeah, and again, that's an interesting story, and to be honest, that's one of the strengths I'm about to compliment an Assassin's Creed game. Assassin's Creed 3, as Sky's mentioning, did that quite well. That and obviously the main character. Everyone said that he was boring, but I actually quite liked him, and he had a really really good English name, or should I say Irish name. That for I thought that was done really really well. His name was great. But then, yeah, I liked Assassin's Creed 3. I even liked the settlement bit of Assassin's Creed 3. When you actually built up your town and it was kind of away from like the other ones. It was like away from Boston, wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah, just actually bringing up the Ubisoft games. I've been playing Anno 1800 a lot this week.
Okay.
It got me back. The people having it for free got me back into it because I meant I had more people to play with. And the colonialist vibes in that are. I don't remember it being that bad in the other Anno games, but in the 1800 one, it's very, very. Your father goes to trial because he sold land to the Spanish or something, to the native Spaniards or whatever, and the Queen has him arrested, and it's this whole thing. Okay. And only you can rescue the Spanish from their fate. Only you can make their lives better. Only you, as this imperialist British force, can set right your father's sins, but then also effectively manage the colonies.
Oh, great.
And that makes me very uncomfortable. It's like, no. Like, there was a million and one ways you could have done this, and you went full-on white savior, to the point where you also go to, like, Africa and a bunch of other places. It's like, oh, yes, we want your civilized engineering to make our cities great. And it's like, no. Mm-mm.
Cool. Sorry, I was just weirdly got ambushed by this guy the moment I walked into the Bard's College. I'm trying to think of like other games that I've played where there's like that kind of like white savior dynamic. I mean, see another game that I hate, which everyone loves, and it's like a household name, and people are gonna get really upset, but I really dislike Fable. I
don't like Fable either.
I despise Fable, and this is even before I really knew about Peter Molyneux being a dickhead. This is like, and I didn't like the Fable games when I was younger, and like looking back on them now, I think I hate them more. Like the memory of playing Fable games actually makes me more angry. But I remember like Fable 3 was just appalling, and again it's that kind of awkward time period. It's like Victorian colonialists, just bouffing, really, just all round bouffing. But yeah, just I didn't like. I mean, Fable 3 when it was doing its whole like industrial London thing, didn't like it.
Of course.
Right, me and Inigo are now gonna perform. We're going to perform a show. What songs are we singing?
What have you got?
I don't know actually. I need to check. We've got just Songs of Skyrim, as I believe. That's literally all we've got. We've got songs of Skyrim. Hey, I'm performing. What the fuck, I set? Fuck you. We're gonna outperform you.
Once was a hero named Ragnar the Red, riding to Whiterun from old Warwickstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made.
Shut up,
You're
Annette.
like-
I'm trying to perform.
I do like when you eventually get the Khajiit themed music. It's very, very almost like Spanish guitar.
Oh,
Kind
that's
of.
cool. Do you know
That's a
where
lot
to
of fun.
find this stuff?
I think as you progress through the Bard's College, you can the guy that ambushed you at the door in the Bard's College, you can buy songbooks from him.
Oh shit. Well, we're gonna go back there then, and we're gonna buy
I
stuff.
think you have to start the Bard's quest line though for that
Yeah,
to work. But yeah,
we've got to find King Olaf's verse.
yeah, I think you have to finish that first, and then you can start buying songbooks off of him.
Okay, right, we'll do that then. Let's go. I'm not even gonna bother picking up my payment because I think it's like 25 gold. Later on
It
in
does
this,
mean you can sleep in that. It does mean you can sleep in the tavern there for free though when you do performances. It's nice.
yeah, and that is useful. Oh man, we're gonna teleport to Robert's Gorge and then run to Deadman's Respite. Respite? Respite? Yeah, respite.
I'd say respite, but I know some people would say respite.
Bad time to get lost, friend. Well, don't worry, I've got an ego and he'll batter the fuck out of you. Again, lovely. Lovely night. Cool, let's go and kill these people on the bridge up there. Hopefully we don't have any of those Thalmor Justicars cutting about. You know what they're like.
Can't cross water.
Yeah. Useless. And... Oh! Ah, man. Is one thing that I didn't appreciate until I played this playthrough, because bearing in mind I never really play with like unarmed. I never do unarmed fighting at all in any of these games. I enjoy again the kind of two-handed combat. There is something really, really satisfying about running up to someone and then your character going into like basically wrestling mode. Just smashing the fuck out of them. Right, now the problem that we've got is I don't think we have any. There's not an unarmed tree, which fucking baffles the mind, to be honest.
There was an Oblivion.
There was an Oblivion. Oblivion better game confirmed. Like there is a wee bit of in the light armor tree. There's a wee bit of unarmed power attacks. Like that's the unarmed tree there, but for whatever reason that's this. Okay, well we'll get light armor mastery so we can level it up a bit faster and go from there. What's on the cards for the week ahead, Joy? What you up to?
I am finishing a short story that I will
Oh.
hopefully be getting up on Patreon later this month, and hopefully finishing the audiobook stuff because now that people know the audiobook is coming, I'm getting daily questions about is it out yet? And I'm going, do you see a link anywhere? Let me finish what I'm doing.
I will be spamming the shit the moment it is out.
I will be blazing it the moment it is live. But yeah, that was an interesting thing that they did with Blaze last week. I got the analytics report from my clicks from their thing, and it was like, oh yeah, you made X amount of new followers, and I'm going, really? I thought those were all bots, but it was actually real people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and
So
yeah, the rest of the week is just trying to keep on top of things as much as possible and just make it to Friday.
Nice. Yeah. Survive. No, that's fair, and it is always nice when you get followers that aren't bots.
I'm getting roughly at the minute, I'm getting about 100 followers a week, and maybe about 75 of them are real people. And I'm going, how are real people actually outnumbering the bots at this point? And I'm realizing it's all the new people that are joining.
Ah, yeah. It's one of those things that like that. Do you find it's always the? And I'm not sure of what it's like on Blaze as opposed to like Tumblr, but you know when you encounter someone with like a full-on fucking name on Tumblr, and you're like, that's not a real person, whereas someone called like, I don't know, Santa Titty Fucks My Nan, like, is someone who's definitely a human.
Yeah, there's some people that call like there's unless there's an author page where they're using their author name, if it's a full name, I'm like, that's the bot.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Blaze was interesting just because it subjected the Tumblr blog to so many random people that I was like, okay, well, I'm either going to get spammed or this is going to be, you know, a thing. And a lot of people are going, oh yeah, I remember you. You're from the Nipples post. And I'm like, yeah, that's still my legacy, apparently.
That's my name.
But yeah, Tumblr's gotten a lot more busy. And, people are saying to me, oh, Tumblr's dead. My Tumblr's been frantic for 2-3 years. It's been so busy. Like, I don't know who these people are following that they think Tumblr's dead. But it's genuinely gotten so busy in the last month from just new people. It's kind of nice. It's nice to see some life coming back into the place a wee bit in other places. But it's also, you've got people that are calling your dog a Karen because she's got blonde ears. Which did not appreciate that at all.
High ground. I don't know you either, and I'm not going to play squad. I'm busy. Leave me alone. We are going to jump in here. But no, I'm 100% with you on the Tumblr side of things. Tumblr's been really, really busy recently, and it's been... that has positives and negatives.
It does.
There's a lot of new people that don't know the ways.
A lot of TikTokers coming to me going, you really shouldn't be posting about these things without like blah blah blah. You should be censoring your swear words. And I'm like, fucking no, I don't have to. It's Tumblr.
Please leave me alone.
Go away, child.
Please never speak to me. Yeah.
Leave grandma to her salt mines.
I think I'm not sure if it's just the norm now, but do you feel like sometimes asks are getting worse? Like general just asks on Tumblr are getting worse.
I mean, mine have been a tire fire for the last 6 years, so I don't really.
You don't notice. Yeah, you just don't notice the difference, but.
Yeah, for me, I have not had anon messages on for about 4 years now. And that to me keeps a lot of people at bay. But I also do get people who are quite happy to show their asses on main. Like, they're very, very happy just to be complete arseholes.
Yeah.
But I also get so much mail that it's hard for me to
like
judge
actually,
that. I get anywhere between 20 to 100 messages a day on Tumblr.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to kind of like say, oh yeah, it's definitely gotten worse, because like, who knows?
Yeah. One of the things that I find about Tumblr is, why is that floating? What in the fuck? Okay. One of the things I find about like Tumblr anons, just in particular, is how like there's just a lot of there's a lot of annoying things that happen when it's like Tumblr does its anons, because you get anons that talk to each other, and that annoys the shit out of me. It's just like, just reblog or reply to the original one. I don't need 3 anons that are commenting, talking about what another anon said, because there's like, they're never linked, they're never anything. It's just, so anyone
the thing is, they don't want to have their their blog associated with what they're talking about, which is why they do it that way.
Yeah, I know. It's just.
I mean, if you're going to be a horrible little
Bastards.
person, do it with courage.
I know.
Say it with your whole chest. If you're going to commit to something, say it with your whole chest and put your username on it.
That's one of the things I enjoy the most now, because you then get the anti. You get like like they're trying to do a counter to that, and you calling them a coward by them not like, you know, actually showing it, but they use your following as like, I don't want to be threatened or dogpiled.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I remember calling out a bunch of much bigger Tumblr accounts when I was kind of starting, just because it was like they were arseholes with very wrong opinions about independence.
For me, it's more of a, I intentionally don't want to. I've been subjected to doxing and a lot of other things. I don't want to ever do that to someone, even by accident. So if
Yeah.
someone's being an unmitigated arsehole, I just don't post it. Because
Yeah.
I don't have control over my followers, and I know for a fact if I posted some of the comments I get, my following would rip them a new arsehole. And as much as they may deserve it, they don't deserve the level of stress that I've been put through by people like them.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
what-
that kind of thing where I'm like, well, I just don't engage with you, because why would I give you any... No, the main thing they want is attention, and my blog is the best way to give them attention, so why would I give them that?
Nah, that's fair. The one time that I vague posted, and I'm not in the habit of vague posting, but sometimes folk do, like deliberately vague posting so as to not identify the person, right? One time I did that, and the person who I vague posted's sister found me on Facebook and sent me a message about it.
What the hell?
And I was like, this isn't weird. But yeah, that was a weird one, because like the person had been posting about like my blog, like actually writing full on posts about my blog on Tumblr, and trying to make it into this thing, this beef, and I was just like, well, the reason why I blocked the person in the first place is because they were being openly transphobic on one of my posts, and I was like, I'm not having people who follow my blog like reading through the comments and like coming across some of the really nasty shit the person was saying. So I vague posted about how if you start to introduce like really aggressive transphobia into any of my posts, like don't be surprised if I block you. And that was apparently shorthand for please get a member of your family to find me on Facebook. Because, I mean, in fairness, if you do enough digging on my blog, and of course if you look at my photos on, if you look at like who I am on Twitch and then compare it to a photo on Facebook, you can go through the weird detective mode to get to me. I don't make it that difficult. But also if you do it, you're really fucking weird. Just saying.
You know, I've done it to people that have sent threatening messages. Like, I have literally, when there was, I used to get death threats a lot. And I used to go through the blog and I would find something, I'd find their Facebook, and then I'd go to their mothers. And I would show their mothers, this is what your child sends me on social media, they should not have a computer. And the thing is, they weren't children, they were like people in their 20s.
Yeah. Always
And
is.
you know, that was a way, it was a really, really bad group of people who were just trying to make a lot of, like, if you were remotely left-leaning on Tumblr at one point, this was a couple of years ago, there was these concentrated efforts to get people to, like, make you to unalive yourself, basically.
Yeah.
And that was the only way to deal with it, was to be like, oh, this is your employer.
Yeah.
Do you think your employer would want to see this? And it's like, people go, oh, well, you're destroying my life. And I'm going, you are literally sending me death threats.
Yeah. I've been told
Like-
to kill myself a whole bunch of times on Tumblr, and I still occasionally get the anons through, and it's just like, I don't think there was ever a point in my life where I was like in earnest telling people to go and do that.
No,
It's-
never. I mean, it's such a warped thing to do and say to somebody,
Yeah.
and then they act like a victim when you retaliate in a way that, you know... I mean, you're protecting yourself from them, it's if they put that out there into the world and they're happy to tell people to go off themselves,
Yeah.
they have to expect some sort of retaliation.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
it's yeah, I don't. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen so much anymore. But there was a time when it was happening, and I was very kind of like, oh, it looks like this is your mother.
Yeah.
Like this, it looks like this is where you go to school. Like, and they'd be like, how did you find that? Are you doxing me? And I'm like, no, you just reverse image search the selfie you put in. You're not as anonymous as you think you are. Maybe think twice before you send people messages like this and start threatening them. Like, if you're going to be doing things like that, you need to be smart about it and not have identifiable information. That's, preferably don't do it at all.
Yeah. Aura Scala has put the cat's out the bag now. My full name, for anyone who's interested, is Hank McGrogan. That's my name. Hank McGrogan is my name. So.
You mean it's not Lorne? Like that one romance author who keeps naming her heroes Lorne, as in Lorne Sausage.
That actually makes me. That gives me the ick. Especially because Lorne's the square sausage.
Oh, it's a joke on calling him a beefcake, but they call him a Lorne sausage instead. And I'm going, it's not as funny as you think it is.
Yeah, it's really not.
It's a wee bit bokeh.
Oh my god, Inigo, I need your help. Inigo, my punches are doing nothing. Inigo!
Inigo's just been blasted to the bottom of the staircase.
F in chat for Inigo. Ancient Nord War Axe. Yeah, just give me the word. McGrogan, son of Grogan. He who drinks even more than other Scotsmen. Yep. I did. I posted an absolute belter of a styrofoam Scots poem. Not sure if you saw that, Joy, but it was a good one. I'll see if I can find it. I'll give you all a live recital right now, and you can all be a little bit sick in your mouths. So it was the title of the poem, for whatever reason, is Scotland, where we simply don't care what anyone thinks of us. Just the title's funny enough, but my Scottish pride I will not hide. My Scottish race I will not disgrace. My Scottish blood flows hot and true. My Scottish people, I will stand by you. Through thick and thin till the day we die, our Scottish flag always flies so high. I shout this poem louder than all the rest, because everyone knows we Scottish are the best. Fucking hell.
So well, I was scrolling your blog to look at it, and I came across the Jubilee Let Them Eat Cake bunting.
Amazing, eh?
Fucking tone deaf.
It's not even tone. It's just it's French. It's everything. It's everything that monarchists wouldn't want. Was that written by a white supremacist 8-year-old? It does definitely sound like it's kind of baby's first poem. Write a poem about your ancestors, class. Go on. Dangerous. Dangerous
Write
territory.
it on everything you've learned from Braveheart.
Yeah. What?
I like how you were following the reader count dropped about 20 when you started reading that poem. People just noped out.
People going, oh my god, no. It's either that or they think that I'm a Scottish supremacist or something like that, and they go, holy fuck.
Someone just logged into the chat and went, nope.
I am out. Next Rabbi Burns right there. Yeah, maybe. No, definitely not. Tales tell a group of brave explorers. Oh yeah, we can do more of the archaeology stuff. See,
I don't know why I thought of this, but sorry, just the Rabbi Burns thing. When you were in school, was your Rabbi Burns always a wee glass of iron brew, some oatcakes, and a wee bit of cheese? Because that's a visceral memory I have of Rabbi Burns Day in school.
For school lunch, or?
It was like a school, like it was like a wee treat you got from the teacher. It was like a wee glass of iron brew, an oat cake, and like a slice of cheese, and that was like your snack that you got in the afternoon for Happy Burns Day.
Not cheese, but I do remember Iron Brew. You can imagine that was the one thing I did remember. It was like, yeah, I was given Iron Brew. It's good. It was great. But no, it was all I really remember from like Rabbi Burns is like did you do poetry recitals?
Yes.
Like as a competition?
Mm-hmm.
So like I remember that. I remember winning twice, and then I got to, because it coincided with like World Book Day. There was always like that kind of travelling library that like went to schools.
The Scholastic Fair.
Yeah, yeah. So if you won, you got to select a book. And fun fact, that was the first time I ever picked up Wolf Brother. It was actually from winning one of them. Because I read that, and I've been reading Wolf Brother recently. I've not been reading as much because I've picked up some other stuff. I bought a textbook the other day, like an actual textbook that you'd get at like uni. I went and bought a textbook.
My God.
I know. I was like, fuck, what's wrong with me? I've slipped into that. Right, it'll be Songs of Elsewhere?
Yes.
Songs of Skyrim Instrumental? Songs of Skyrim Revised? Vargas? What is the Vargas? Is that a
There's
name?
There's a bunch of random ones that are just like the chicken song and like the Benny Hill theme song, if I remember, and those tend to have really random names.
The Nutcracker? I don't think I want half of these. Sabrina? Saskia? Right,
There's Lemon Flower's really nice, but it's very feminine vocals, but I do like Lemon Flower. And yep, Songs of Citadel are fun too.
So I remember you need to read the books, don't you?
You do.
What a pain in the arse that is. Right. Okay, so let's do a concert. A concert for all of you. I'm an old nerd. Why am I an old nerd? Because I'm
buying textbooks when you don't need to.
Oh, right, okay. And Ego's just like, yep. I'm not saying that's immersion breaking, but also holy shit. Of all the things. Please stop. Please. Oh my god, I can't stop. Oh no, I can. Oh no, I've glitched it now. Fuck.
You got your own soundtrack now as you run around.
Me and an Ego up to fucking shenanigans around Solitude.
You help me. You help people, right? That's what you do.
I'm not sure if this guy's begging. He is. Okay, we'll give him some money. There you go. The gift of charity added. Oh my god, this is cursed. Imagine going around like you're a master vampire in a cave somewhere, and all you hear is like this slow. It's almost like the Jaws theme. Like you just get a chicken dance progressively getting louder.
A good intimidation tactic, to be fair.
Alduin's just like sitting atop some cliffs. And it's like, what in the fuck is that noise? This has to stop. Thank fuck. Right, let's put on some Songs of Elsewhere. Do you have a recommended one? Do you have a favourite, Joy?
I think so. I think I like all of them, to be honest.
Oh, apparently I'm just going to start playing one, even though I cancelled it. Oh, that is quite nice. I like how my little kind of satchel bags on my thieves costume just cut through the fucking loot. Iconic. You know
I
what?
have a
Kind
mod that stops clothes from interacting with the loot, but it's really not worth it.
Nah. You know what this music kind of reminds me of? And I know you were kind of going along that Spanish line. It almost reminds me of something from Blasphemous.
A wee bit, yeah.
You should see me when you get bored, stranger.
Oh, is that? Are you coming on to me, Argonian? You should see me when you get bored.
To be honest, that would be a more interesting storyline than what actually happens when you do his quest.
What is his quest?
He wants you to sabotage a lighthouse, and it results in a lot of people dying if you actually do it. And then he kills you after it, or he tries to.
Oh.
I
Is
like
it-
to accept his quest, and then I don't do it, and then I murder him and his sister.
Oh. Are the people on the boat bad? Or is it like...
No, he's trying to rob them.
Oh. Oh. Okay, do you want to do that? If we can find him? Where is he?
He's round the corner. He
There
should
he
be
is.
lingering round to the side somewhere.
You're passing
Next to the
through Solitude?
apothecary. There he is.
Maybe you're looking
What
to
a
make some
rascal.
easy gold, yes?
What did you have in mind?
It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us...
I wonder how... I don't think, if you were Bethesda right now, how in the fuck are you gonna, like... Are you gonna match Skyrim in terms of how, like, how beloved it is?
I mean, that's why they keep re-releasing it.
Yeah, well,
But,
exactly. It's like, you hear about, you know, everyone's asking where Elder Scrolls 6 is, and it's like, how are you actually gonna match it, but also bring about all of the kind of gameplay innovation that's, like... I mean, the
They've-
fact that they released
yeah.
Anniversary and they're adding in people's mods to it, you know, like I'm wondering if they're going to be able to do it, because, I mean, at this
I
point,
think they're going to be relying a lot on graphics as a big
Yeah.
pull.
the
And I've
problem
seen
is
some of
that-
the motion capture. I've seen some of the motion capture they're doing for it because they put Shirley Curry in, who's the Skyrim grandma.
Yeah, you said that last time, and how she's like kind of, I mean, she'll be immortalized by it, which is cool, but I'm just like, how are they? At this point, they're almost better building toolboxes for modders. I like that I've got the option to.
I'm
Oh,
here if you rethink your
thanks,
decisions.
Solitude Guard. I like that I had the option there to say I'm no thief, even though I'm wearing full Thieves Guild attire.
Treasure. I knew with the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with we have an interest in one of those boats. The Solitude lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were, what an interesting idea. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and
What in the fuck is this guard doing?
afterwards,
I like how we're talking about crimes in front of a guard.
He wants in on it.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I can do it.
don't worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Maybe they'll even
So,
pay us for
the question is,
from their sad crash.
obviously this is Imperial weaponry being sent to the Imperial capital of Skyrim for the war. So is it morally correct to sabotage it, even if the background to it's actually more crime?
It's actually not that. It's just like a merchant vessel, I believe.
Oh, right, okay.
I think. And also, there's an old guy who lives inside the lighthouse, and he gets murdered if you put it out. So I knock on the door and tell
Oh.
him what's happening, and then there's my sympathies for the old dude who lives in the lighthouse by himself. So, I did not like that he got murdered.
Fair. No, that's fair. Also, I wonder what the creators had in mind when they decided to call it the East Empire Company Warehouse. Oh, I wonder where the inspiration was. The East Empire Company.
Going for a late night swim.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna go our way to the lighthouse. To be honest, I feel like there's parts of this game that like I've never really visited. Like there's parts of the map that I've never really like visited. Like I feel like I've never been over like here.
Mhm.
Even there, actually, I've never been to. It's like I sometimes I do the quests like there's normally a quest there and there's normally a quest like there, but you know there's just areas of the map that I've never really gone to. One of the other things that I'm quite interested in is there's a marker on the map all the way over here that is called Mount Pain, and I have absolutely no fucking idea.
That sounds like a mod.
It is a mod, but I have no idea what it is. Because the only one I can think of is the Warzone mod, and that's what I imagine the WZ is or Z. But like, I don't know what it would consist of because it's a Civil War mod. Why is there a Civil War marker all the way over there? I feel like we've had the same skybox. Normally it mixes it up a wee bit, but we've had the same skybox for a couple of nights now. Still lovely though. I genuinely.
Sorry, go on you go.
I'm just saying I genuinely feel like if our real world skybox was like that, I think everyone would behave differently.
I think we'd all be a lot happier.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
Just the fact that you travel at night. I have a lot of survival mods on my game, and if you travel at night, you're more likely to die. So in my head, I'm like, "What are you doing? Go inside!" Like I have all like the campfire mods and everything for my stuff, and it's if you travel at night, it's like pitch black and you can't see anything. And
yeah, so like I tried that, and I think I'm a kind of mixed bag when it comes to that because like Skyrim for me isn't that kind of game, although I can totally see why folk would mod it to be that kind of game. It's just, I quite like being able to explore at night and be like unhindered. Also, holy shit. Look at that.
quite a drop you're scaling. That's that Khajiit reflexes.
Hey, look, I've got 9 lives, it's fine.
Look at that sky.
I know, that sky is amazing. Fucking hell. You know what? One of the things that I want to do before I die, right, is go to somewhere like Iceland that have like the outdoor, like the outdoor pods that you can sleep in with like the glass roofs, and you can go and just basically like sleep under like shit like this all night. I feel like that would be goals. That is indeed no moon. That is a whole other planet. Nah, it probably
It's
isn't.
2 moons.
Yeah, it's got 2, doesn't it? God, I feel like it'd be cooler if we had 2 moons. I like how games just like give you ideas of like what would be better if it was in the real world. That's a dog or no, it's a fox. Look at him go.
Which means there's treasure nearby.
Oh, is that the thing?
Foxes accidentally lead you to treasure because of when they're running away from things, they run towards the like secluded spots, and then if you follow them far enough, there's treasure.
Huh.
You do have to follow them for quite a bit.
So was that? I was just wondering if that fox was maybe leading me to the nun route.
It could be.
Oh, an ego's got a conscience. Right, let's go and find this old man.
You go inside and you knock on his door and you tell them what's happening.
Is it up or is it?
It's right. I think it's to your left there.
Oh right, okay. I was just gonna go and have a wee look.
Just don't click the fire.
Nah, I'm not. I'm gonna go and speak to that guy and just be like, oh, by the way.
Or do click the fire. It's up to you.
Nah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, Inigo's your little your little conscience sometimes. It's like, my friend, I do not think this is wise.
And it's a fellow bro.
Hey, what are you doing here? Get out of here. Why would
Oh wait. Oh, okay. Maybe I need to come later on. It doesn't let me talk to him Doesn't let
Yeah,
doesn't,
you're out. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
doesn't let me talk to him because he's angry. It's fine. I'll wait.
You're intruding on his personal time. You have to wait till morning.
Right. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, it's locked, so... Is he still in there, or...?
You should still be in there. I wouldn't break in, though.
No. Okay, look at that fox just swimming away. Oh, come on. Is he maybe up the top now?
You can go and see.
Yeah. Oh,
There's a mod that I like that lets you can knock on doors, and it lets that you, if the person answers, it unlocks it for you, and it doesn't count as breaking and entering.
ah. Is
Which
it
is one
worth...
of my-
I'm gonna give this a go, actually. In fact, no, because the moment I picklock it, it'll auto-save my entrance. And he might get upset.
Yes, it will.
Right, I'll just quick save then and then do it. You'll be like, hey, what are you doing in my house? It was just like, it is 11 o'clock, my man. Get out of bed.
Yes, it is. It's simply knock, that mod.
Simply
yes.
knock.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Was it Gopher that made that one? Or did he make...
This is the last time.
What
I
is
say
going on?
Get out.
Inigo!
What is on your mind?
No, I don't want to read your book.
You're not supposed to. That's close enough.
Oh, for fuck's sake. We're trying to stop a real crime here, you arsehole. Wait a minute, so...
The thing is, you might be able to talk to him now that the bounty's been added, because now he's awake.
Nah, I tried and he just rebuffs you. He does the guards thing. Maybe we need to... Well, I'll just wait 24 hours and we'll see, because when we walked in there, he was in the sleeping position, but was like hovering
Well,
to the
floating.
right of
He was doing the
Yeah.
cat thing where you don't obey physics.
Speaking of, my cats are evading physics because they're not actually here, they're away. Phelan was lying on the bed, but he does this thing where when he lies down, he stares directly at the wall and away from everyone else. It's like, don't need you. Oh, this is...
Polly does that sometimes.
it's
And then
just
other
like-
times she's just clinging to you.
It's just like, don't need you, you're fine. Right, okay, come on. Imagine you you wake up and there's just someone sneaking at the end of your bed and he's like, yo, I'm here to tell you about a crime that's gonna happen.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Oh, come on, Mazaka.
Can't a man have a bit of
Oh,
privacy?
fuck
Get
off.
out of here.
Inigo!
Last warning.
I'm on it. God damn it. I get that cats sleep for 18 hours a day or some shit, but come on. I'm not
He
even
is,
sure if that's
as
true.
Soren J points out, he is a lighthouse keeper. He's probably asleep during the day and awake at night.
Yeah, okay, well...
I think the
alright.
game's probably just glitched, to be honest.
Yeah.
It'll eventually unlock. You could go check out the cavern that's close by.
Lyrapan88 says the wiki isn't saying anything about him dying because of the quest, but apparently he won't talk to you during it. Interesting.
That's it. You are
Oh, for fuck!
now.
Sorry, Alistair, I thought you were Soren J. That was my vision going funny. Following lines is not my strong point.
I'm not gonna lie, sometimes the names just become a blur. appreciate the info, Lyrapan. It helps because I would have been trapped there for like forever. So what? Now we just don't do it? Now we just don't do the quest, or?
I'm looking up how I got around it before because I remember following a thing. Because my guy died.
That one fell funny. Oh well, we've bursted into this cave and... Bursted? Did I just invent a new fucking word? Thanks for the posture check, Blind Panda Bear. I appreciate it. Thanks for looking after me. I should get one of those like posture braces that apparently work but then ruin your posture and you only... like you actually need one to be able to sit properly. Posture's a bastard, isn't it? There you go. That's your takeaway from this stream. Posture sucks. And we're going to go for some more health, I think. See, I'm not much of a magic user. There obviously is... there comes a time where you do need more magic, but... Why am I not having Inigo use hand-to-hand? Because Inigo has an ebony sword and he wrecks ass with it. That's really the only motivation. Spines are bad design. Should have done a focus group. Exactly. Right, we'll go light armor fit. That's not too bad. So... okay, so we've just not got the ability to really finish that quest, which is a pain. He does also have an ebony bow. And normally when, like on my other playthrough where I've got him as a follower, I have I have him in like full ebony armor. Right, so by the looks of things, we can't actually continue this quest, and it doesn't seem to give us a...
I'm looking through the things for that. You can do it all and it'll be fine, but they will turn on you and try to kill you. So I think as long as you kill them first, it should be okay. Right,
so if I just kill them first, it'll end the quest.
Well, what's his face? Jari is essential, so he can't be killed. So you'll have to go through with the quest and then make sure you kill them and they don't kill you, because they try to kill you at the end of it so that you don't get paid.
Oh. Right. Okay. Well.
So it looks as though my thing with my guy dying was a glitch, possibly.
Oh right. Yeah.
So look at that, just one punch hit. Holly, please stop crying. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Why is the baby crying?
Because Mothman's not in my office, and she wants
okay.
the same room.
Not
Needy
enough
girl.
attention.
Yep.
We do. We have a one punch cat. I can't even see what that animation is. That emote is going so fast. Anti-mimetic. Right. Okay. So I think we'll.
If you want to get the quest off, you can just put the lighthouse out.
No, the thing is, it depends. Are we? I'll leave it up to chat actually. Chat, are we doing the quests and having our character, having Phelan just be that type of character that just does things, or are we going to be like, nah, we'll put that to the bottom of our list and we'll never toggle the quest marker on and we'll forget all about it? Because at the end of the day, it's like, would the character actually do this? I'm trying to get into the role-playing aspect of the game more, and that's what I've tried to do with my own Skyrim playthrough. Is like, I actually want to space it out so it's like, oh, they did this. Phelan's a good boy. That is a fantastic spelling of Phelan. The real one is Faolan if you're wanting to spell Phelan. Right, but Phelan is also... that works. What's your favourite location in Skyrim, Joy? Doesn't need to be a city. Just...
There is, when you get the Falkreath house, there's a wee bit that's absolutely gorgeous to just sit there and watch the firefly bugs come out, which I quite like. And then I also like the oh, hi Holly. The sorry, there's a wee Shih Tzu doing absolute zoomies around me in a wee circle. There's also the
Broad of shoulder, good of heart, dumb of arse. That's Welling. Yeah.
that's a good one.
That
That
is
should
a-
be the motto for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's also up near Winterhold, there's some really, really nice kind of like little ruins that are really pretty to hang around in, although you do get haunted if you go up there too much.
Fair.
But yeah, I like the Falkreath house. That's probably one of my favourite places to hang out. Especially, I mean, I have a mod that makes it really, really pretty. Which
Yeah.
I basically make Falkreath house into a miniature castle, is what I do. So
Nah, that's very fair. And to be honest, I'm just thinking of where, like, I've never liked the Solitude area of the map. I've never liked this section here. But I like Falkreath. I'm not fussed about Helgen, but I do like Riverwood. I feel like this area here.
Riverwood's very pretty. I do like Riverwood.
Riverwood's stunning, especially if you get the mod that like edits it slightly. Because I think you get one where it becomes like an overgrown woodland wonderland.
Mm-hmm. That's a very Joy thing to say. Lovely place, great house. You do get haunted though. Pretty much how we ended up with this house, yes.
I was going to say, you're not even talking about the Falconwraith house at that point.
No.
I do like how you can see the Nirn route. I remember it used to... I'm not sure if it was like base Skyrim, but I don't think like when like first initial release base Skyrim had like luminous Nirn route. I don't remember that.
I don't think it was as bright. I think you had to be up close to it to see, but then people just complained you could hear it, but you could never fucking see the thing. So they're like, yeah, we'll just make it really obvious. So it now has a nice radioactive glow to it, which makes it easier to stop.
Oh, that's a Horker.
That's a big boy.
Beating a walrus to death with my bare fucking hands. Phelan's just confused. He's like, why is the walrus a red marker? Why is he attacking me?
Oh, there's hundreds of them.
Imagine they're all gonna peer over like a hill and just chase me down. It's funny though how whenever I play Skyrim, I always come across a location that I've like genuinely never encountered. I don't think I've ever been to this boat. I don't think I've ever seen this boat.
There's a bunch of bandits hiding inside of it, if I remember.
Ah, there always is. They're bastards. Can't win. Slap a the seal, punch in the face. The wreck of the brine hammer. Oh, that's a skeever. That's... Why is there so many skeevers? Was this a cargo ship of skeevers?
The rare delicacy.
Rare? They're in every fucking dungeon. Oh. Are we gonna go? Oh, we've got to explore. Curiosity will not kill this cat.
Excuse me, my friend.
Oh god. Oh no! Mud crabs! Giant mud crabs!
It really was just transporting a bunch of like stuff.
Yeah.
Just like, yep. This is for like the restaurant in Solitude for the what's his face,
Yeah.
the curious chef or whatever his name is.
This is... It's like... we need a buttload of miscellaneous pish. Stat. Oh, that is a big boy mud crab. Oh, thank you, Inigo. Your power attacks always destroy everything. Oh, Father of the Nibbin. I'm pretty sure it was I've forgotten his name now. That's really bad. Fuck. Who's the funny polygon man? He's got three initialed names. He's got three initials. It's Gilbert something. Gilbert's the last name. Fuck.
I probably know who you're talking about, but just from
Brian
that
David
description-
Gilbert. There we go.
There you
Brian
go.
David Gilbert. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did a video where they read all of the
Every single book.
every
in
single.
Skyrim.
They did every single Halo book, but they also did every single book in Skyrim. And is there sequels to the Lusty Argonian Maid?
There's unofficial ones that modders added in, yeah.
Oh no, that's unnecessary. Is it just that one that I'm guessing was the
The original one,
the
yeah.
original.
Mhm.
the original horny Argonian?
Which is the classic spanning back through other games as well, so...
Yeah. Like I
There
like.
was
Sorry, go on.
sorry, there's a mod that the museum one. It
Mm.
wants you to collect all the books so that you have a copy of every single book in
No.
Skyrim.
Not doing that.
Yeah.
No.
But I was watching Gopher do that, and then he will actually spend a lot of time. He has like random videos where he will just read stories to people, and it's kind of nice if you like story times and everything else. But I think he's going to be doing this particular playthrough for the rest of his life if he keeps doing it, just because there's so many books in Skyrim.
Yeah. I mean, like, not going to lie, I don't like. I think people would. Like, I was actually thinking of whether it needs to be like a redeemable thing on stream, giving people the ability to make me read out certain things. But the problem with that is that if I say that, oh, I'm gonna read every single Skyrim book out loud, I think people would want to die. I know I would. I would want to die. Now, am I right in saying that we've actually not got the quest for the museum yet?
I don't think you do.
Is it the Desperate Times one?
I don't scroll back down and let me see what it was because I don't remember. Someone is looking for.
Someone's looking for me in Whiterun.
I don't remember how it starts, to be honest. It could be that.
Yeah. You'd record me reading all the books in Skyrim out loud to you, and then you would listen to it while we slept. That sounds. I mean, yeah, because it's. That makes sense actually, because it's it'd be boring. It would put you to sleep. Right, what is in the? Ah!
You're not supposed to be in here.
By the nine! I can't believe it's you. I was just asking around if anyone knew where I might find you.
This is a mod. And that guy's Scottish.
Now, you must have
Inverted
realised that
commas,
I was
Scottish.
in Citadel. It's been a long journey, but he sent me to see if I could find you. I thought I'd check the tavern and in
Did I just?
here.
What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? What the hell? I just got a random bounty.
Oh, that's because you have the bounty from the
From what? From Solitude?
I think so.
No, because I didn't. I had the quick save. What in the fuck is actually going on here? I'm surrendering.
Committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
116 what? Why am I getting 5 bounty added to Whiterun every couple of seconds?
No idea.
Who's that guy?
You know
See
why
that-
you're getting a bounty? Because Inigo's still bouncing fuck out of people.
I mean, yeah. Who's Commander Caius? I'm... Oh no! Right, Drunken Huntsman.
By the 9. I can't believe it's you. I was just asking around if anyone knew where I might find you.
Someone's telling me to get out, that's why, even though this is a pub. What?
Ah, you've returned.
Okay, let's listen to this guy's Scottish accent. Scottish accent.
My master and I recently arrived here in Skyrim from Citadel. It's been a long journey, but he sent me to see if I could find you. I thought I'd check the tavern and inn here in Whiterun first, and then set out for the other towns tomorrow. But fortunately, the gods favour me today, as you seem to have found me instead. He's heard of your escape from that awful dragon attack and urgently needs to speak with you. I know nothing more than that. It's at the inn in Falkreath. Would you please meet him at your earliest convenience? He only wishes to talk to you. Yeah, he gave me this note to give you, and a small token of his appreciation. Now then, I bid you good day, as I have another errand to run. No rest for the weary, as they say. Good day.
That was pain. That was awful.
The answer, Soren J, is yes. It's supposed to be something.
What in the fuck, man? Honestly, you could just go on to any fucking... You can go on to, like... I don't even know. You could go on to something else and choose something that's better than that. That was pain. That whole thing was pain. Like, you should never have a Scottish streamer... Oh. You should never have a Scottish streamer disgusted by your Scottish accent in game. Can I just say I hate this because apparently Whiterun is just a fucking blank nothingness outside while you're inside. Like, landscapes are just not loaded. Like, you can't even see the fucking stables. They don't exist. For some reason. Also, that Marcus Janus thing that we got, the letter, that's all to do with Helgen. So we're not going to do that. Yeah.
Ah, it's Helgen Reborn, righto.
Helgen Reborn is good, but it, like, I feel like if you play through it once, you've kind of seen it all, you know? I was kind of hoping that the Dawnstar thing would start, but maybe we need to find another quest to do. Although I'm watching my time, so we'll... What do you think we should do, Joy? I'll let you decide.
What quest do we have active?
At the moment, we've just got Desperate Times, which is that one. But we've got Tending
We've got
the
the
Flames.
Bard's quest one too.
Yeah. We could go back there. We've got the Loud and Clear, which is the sneaking inside Golden Glow Estate in Riften. We've got Bleak Falls Barrow. It depends if we want to become the Dragonborn or not yet. And we've also got Delayed Burial, which is the one with Cicero.
I'm inclined to go with the Bard's one because you'll get your speech up quicker if you get the Bard stuff done.
Cool. Right, we shall teleport to Solitude. We're gonna be the smoothest...
And Cat should have charisma.
Yeah. Smooth talking. It's the only way that Phelan can get dreamies is if he smooth talks us. Jump in. I think this is... Yeah, I've got the like the expanded cities.
It looks like JK's Skyrim to me.
Yeah. So I've got that pack, so it's like every single town just has a bit more life to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think one thing that makes it really clear with like mods is obviously like there's so many things at play that it can really impact the engine. I mean, imagine if Skyrim looked like this and it was like the base game. Like, it would be amazing, obviously, but can't always have that.
And that's the argument for why the Sims are like, oh, we do things this way, and then it's like you don't have basic parts of the game, and they're like, oh, it's so it can run on older computers, and it's going.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of can be said for that, but at the same time, they put so much effort into other things that are unnecessary, but they make you buy a pack to have swimming pools.
Yeah.
As if that's not the core reason you have a Sims game is to drown people in the pool.
Yeah, I think like I remember seeing it was a Sims 4 sale, and the amount of DLC for that game is actually disgusting.
It costs something like $750 to have all of them, and I know that because over the years I have gathered them slowly, usually on sale.
Yeah, I mean it's
But now it's gotten to the point where if I try to load any cooking in the game, my game just crashes because they've added so much food that they didn't need to add. But yeah.
Sorry, I'm just choking.
The burning of King Olaf festival. If she isn't convinced of the festival's importance, then she won't. It means that the burning of King Olaf, which the Bard's College has held for time immemorial, won't be happening.
This guy Viarmo, we're gonna make up missing parts of an ancient poem.
I suppose I could copy his
That's basically just being a scholar at this point.
We can do this. What's the first? Go on, let's do it.
Yeah, the wedding pack was broken as hell for The Sims.
Thanks, Paris.
Your legend is lies, lurid, and false. Your cunning capture of Numenex, a con for the ages. King Olaf was Olaf One-Eye.
Fucking hell.
He famously captured the dragon Numenex and took him to Dragon's Reach.
What do we say really happened? Here are our options. In door number A, Olaf found him asleep. Door 2, Olaf made a deal with Numenex. And door 3, but 3 in Roman numerals, Olaf was Numenex, a dragon in human form. What are we going for?
I always go for the dragon in human form, but it doesn't always work if your speech is not high enough.
I imagine my speech is probably ass, but let's see.
I find that highly unlikely.
Aww, fuck's sake. Right, so Olaf made a deal with Numenex? That makes sense, right?
Olaf did become king, and Numenex escaped later. It's entirely possible. I'm sure the court will like that. I'm writing it.
Actually, I think seeing my other playthrough of this, I think I actually held off and got my speech up before I did this, so I could get all the wacky options.
Olaf grabbed power by promise and threat. From Falkreath to Winterhold, they fell to their knees.
I hope everyone here is enjoying Skyrim poetry.
Solitude stood strong. Skyrim's truest protector.
I think Solitude's actually my least favourite city in Skyrim.
Vengeance was instant.
Yeah, it's not my favourite place to be, and the fact that the house costs so much to buy and there's not really that much in it, especially if it's the base house, always annoyed me.
I think it's also just because it's the fucking Imperial stronghold.
The Interhold, yeah.
So.
See, I sometimes play as an Imperial because you get better speech and that helps my bard characters. But I'm very much a kind of. I get given quests by the Imperials and I just kind of like silently delete them because I don't want to do them.
No, I say it's something that's a wee bit annoying. Just like the Civil War's handled really, really badly, like the whole thing.
Yes.
Like, I feel like the Civil War should have had like an espionage role or a straight up fighter role, and like it shouldn't have just been like, okay, you're now attacking this. So what option are we choosing here? Olaf ordered disguised troops to attack Solitude. He convinced Solitude to attack Winterhold, or he sacked it and used magic to blame Solitude.
I use disguised troops and see if that works for that one.
And they got the orders backwards.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm writing that in. It should be good for a laugh from the court.
I like how we're just making up like fucking just pish, and he's like, yeah, we're good.
I mean, that's just academics.
Yeah, it's just,
for literary, for linguistics and literary theory, it's always just, yep, yeah, that seems accurate. Yep, let's go with that one.
Well, if he thinks we've
Time
done...
to go sing at the palace.
I'm gonna get my lute out and give them a, I'm gonna serenade them with Khajiit music. I'm trying to think which Jarl's actually the most stuck up.
It's not this one because she's too
Nah.
young and impressionable, but there's one of them that I really hate, and I'm always happy when they die. That's the museum, by the way.
Yeah, the one that's just on the right outside the gates.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we can maybe go in yet. Let's see.
You have to wait for what's his face, or oh, you mean the museum? Yeah. I think you can go in, and it
Oh,
might
yeah.
trigger the quest. To be honest.
The courier bursts in and be like, "Come and visit."
I'm sorry, can I help you? The museum is currently closed until further notice.
Oh.
Well, you do look the adventuring sort, perhaps. And I'm afraid that the mercenary... Perhaps I can give you a chance.
Okay, so we can go out and search for like artifacts.
They have become increasingly rare.
Another item was stolen from a local collector. It's likely still in the hide. And lastly, a small shipment of Akaviri relics. The caravan. Find what you can, and I'll pay you well for it.
That's cool at least. Oh no, we've just no. Leave me alone. Okay, looks like we're not actually getting in until we go and do all the stuff. We'll probably save that for next time though. At the moment, we'll do this quest and then we'll wrap it up. I think. Because unfortunately, Monday is tomorrow, and that means work and other shenanigans. So I'll be fine.
It took that guy that long to get in there.
I know.
I do hope the court likes the
One thing I
Ready?
really hate about Skyrim is how slow the NPCs are.
There is actually a mod that fixes it, but it only fixes it for escort quests. It doesn't do it when
Ugh.
like it doesn't do it when someone's tasked to walk somewhere. So like you can have like a person who's following you running in at pace, but you can't have the other thing, which is shame. Jump, jump, jump. Damn, the gang's all here. We've got Ball Gear, Bear Claw, and Erica, and
No offense.
I'm putting it out here now. I've been looking high and low for a mod that will let me marry what's his face, Firebeard. I've been looking for a decade.
I am Jarl. I wish
get
to
Mothman
present
on
King
it.
Olaf's birth,
Mothman learnt a mod.
recovered this very day from the bard's tomb.
You mentioned something that would convince us the festival should take place, but I didn't expect King Olaf's lost verse. Please proceed.
Oh, Olaf, our subjugator, the one-eyed betrayer.
It's very cat-like behaviour, just jumping all over everything in the background.
Demon and dragon-killing king.
It's just funny as you say that. Aoife's actually kind of got she's fighting Greebles. So it's like zoomies, but like zoomies with aggression.
Invisible enemies.
Yeah, invisible enemies. Like she'll spring up and like land on something sideways and then like jump off and pounce on them. It's just invisible things on the floor. The in joke is that she's defending us from all the ghosts. So this house isn't haunted, but only because Aoife kills all of them.
From Falkreath to Winterhold, they fell to their knees. But Solitude.
My favourite thing ever when Holly just sits bolt upright in the middle of the night and stares into the darkness and starts growling. It's like, oh, okay, never mind. I wasn't enjoying sleeping anyway.
Yeah, sometimes it's just what they do. They just want attention. They
Wrecking the
want,
place, just absolutely destroying everything.
do you think Kishi ever do that for like a laugh? They just go and ruin a place and it's just like meow, just loudly meow. Oh, meow! Don't mind me. Oh.
Commit to the fire. In Solitude, bards train for their service. They also gather each year and burn a king who deserves it.
You have proven your point, Viarmo. The festival is truly a celebration of solitude and a condemnation of false kings.
What are you doing that for?
What are you doing that for? Nothing.
Furthermore, I believe that such a fine poem deserves some payment of patronage. The college will be moderately rewarded.
Oh, thank you yet again. I will make sure our applicant, who was instrumental in recovering the poem, will be well rewarded.
This applicant that
Respect the law. and you'll
has just destroyed the fucking setting.
Turn around and you're laying on the ground on your side, just licking a paw.
Oh, licking my balls, just like.
These things must be done properly. I need you to go speak to Yorn. Tell
Nice.
him to finish the preparations. The festival is back on.
Hooray! We saved the festival, burning the effigy of a king that we hate. Can't wait to do the same at the Jubilee. Haha. Oh man, Jubilee celebrations are going to be absolutely bouffing.
I know. One of my friends is a big on like Instagram stuff, and she does a lot of like home decor, and everything she's getting questions for is how do I decorate my home for the Jubilee, and it's just like why do you need to decorate
You
your
do
house?
not. That's yikes. To be honest, I actually don't think there'll be too much happening up here. I'd be very surprised. It's always like the kind of nauseating Middle England street parties that you see. Oh, the whole street got involved, and we petitioned, and we sealed off the road from cars for the week, and it's like,
We'll get the festival started when you do.
oh,
The last time I saw a street party like that in Scotland was when Thatcher died.
yeah, yeah.
It was like fucking D-Day.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. I don't see it being a big thing. I think people will. Like, in fairness, I do think there's a lot of attachment specifically to the Queen. But I think that when the Queen goes, there's not going to be the same attachment to the monarchy. Because, like, no one's really that excited about the likes of Prince Charles. And even if they tried to make the monarchy more hip and modern by, like, moving it to William and Kate, I still don't think you're gonna get that level of engagement, because like they're more of a celebrity family than like actual monarchs, and it's of course the other thing is gonna be like how they were when they fucking visited Jamaica. That was appalling. That was so bad, like so bad but so good. It was atrocious. Oh look, we've got a different colour of Northern Lights.
You can steal all those sweet cakes and wine, by the way.
Oh fucking yes.
Might as well have some sweets.
You're goddamn right.
Try our meat.
You are correct, Southern Orchid. He's not very much liked. He's not a very likable person. It got worse when Diana was treated so poorly.
Yeah.
Olaf's festival candy.
I was like, where the fuck is the effigy? It turns out it's here. And it's God, they really did not put a lot of effort in.
Welcome to Solitude, home of the arts here in Skyrim. May song speed. Welcome, people of Solitude. We of the Bards College are pleased to be here to celebrate.
It's quite nice that the
King Olaf.
Bards College has this wee kind of like nook to look out upon the north of Skyrim.
Hard work of
So they can sit and write their poetry.
Yeah. Woo, Burnham!
the effigy. He becomes a
I like how the light source died there. 'Cause he lit it, he put it in his pocket, and then he took it back out. Yeah!
Woo!
Burn that
Down with this
king.
particular monarch.
Weren't the media horrible to Harry and Meghan? Yes.
Extremely racist.
And in fairness, I think while they did their bit with the monarchy, I didn't rate them. But obviously there was a lot happening behind the scenes there, and the media and the family itself were fucking evil about Meghan. So yeah, I think they probably could have. They were probably trying to be diplomatic, and by trying to be diplomatic, they ended up not coming across as strongly with how bad things were with the monarchy, which made me kind of go, eh. But again, totally mental situation, and very much glad they're out of it. Let me use the cooking spit. I want to use the cooking spit. I don't have any food, but, you know. That's one thing that I think they could have done. I mean, like, they had such a... I mean, look at all the recipes you could have done on that cooking spit there, and yet there's not, like, a cooking skill in the game.
I think
Like-
you can add one, but yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
not much. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, let me just whip up this like venison steak, and I'm like, I would have no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
There was one that I installed, and it lets you have your own restaurant that rivals the chef in the game.
Oh, that
And that
sounds
one was
amazing.
fun. That one was fun because then you started getting death threats because your kitchen was getting more stuff than theirs were. So
Oh,
that's a
that would
fun
be
mod.
good.
I can't remember the name of it.
I don't think it was Meghan's family that was horrible. I think it was just Meghan Markle's dad that was horrible. He was an absolute get. I think she gets on well with her mum. I think it was the mum that attended the wedding, but at the end of the day, that just makes it sound like I know more about the monarchy than I actually do. And that
I mean, you don't mean to absorb these things. It's just whenever it's on the news, it's just constant.
Yeah. Just wish I didn't. And I think that's, I mean, you make a good point there as well. It's like how much of everyone's mental health is just disrupted by absorbing shit that otherwise we wouldn't. I mean, the fact that everyone was talking about the Oscars slap, like, I couldn't give a fuck about what happened at the Oscars. Like, I don't care about the Oscars in general, but it was like absolutely unavoidable. Kind of hate them all, really. Hate all the Oscars. Right, okay. I think with that, it's probably a good time to end it. We've done a Bard's College mission. We've done a couple of them, actually. And we have seen some of the sites and we've explored a bit. So, I think...
And we know the game's working better.
We know the game is working better. We're at least getting, like, 25 frames plus, which is good. Oh, yikes. Hopefully... Glad it was just a dream there, Southern Orchid. Oh, I accidentally put on a funky Elsewhere song. Yeah, I don't know anything about the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard stuff. Just as from what I've heard, they're just both equally terrible. But again, don't want to pass judgment on it. Don't even want to go. I don't even want to hear the arguments on either side. I just not interested. Right, okay, that is actually it for me because I'm gonna have to get to bed because I am a tired boy. But thank you all very much for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm glad it worked a wee bit better than last time. And I'll be probably continuing this next Sunday. We've kind of broken this up into like seasonal chunks because I know that like we're probably not going to do... I mean, there's people that have played Skyrim for thousands of hours and have not done everything in the game. And I don't think we're going to do that. So we're kind of split it into seasons. So we might do, a couple of streams of Skyrim, and that'll be like season 1. And then we'll split it, and then we'll do another game, and then we'll return to Skyrim when we want to, and we can have season 2. But I think... at the moment, we're just running about and doing stuff, and it's quite a good laugh, and it also allows for a lot more kind of idle chat. And it might, we can maybe treat the next one as maybe a wee bit more podcasty. We'll just talk about topics over Skyrim gameplay as opposed to, we'll see how it works. But cool, right, that is me. I will see you on Tumblr, or I'll see you in the Discord. If someone could kindly put the Discord in the chat. For some reason Skyrim doesn't let me tab out. And I will see you when I see you. Thanks very much, Joy. Joy, do you want to round up?
Thanks for hanging out with us and having a chill time. I'm glad we were able to get Skyrim working again. It's always a joy to be here. No pun intended. Yeah, just thanks for having me, and everyone, thanks for coming. It's always good to see you and get to talk to you.
And stay tuned for Joy's audiobook, which I dare say will be shared far and wide on Tumblr and everywhere else.
Yeah, that's the... I'm blazing that the instant I have a link for that.
We very much look forward to it. Alright folks, thanks very much, and I hope you have a good end to your week. See you later.
Night everyone.